Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair's story continues to finally take some exciting turns. So we'll see what's new there, and what could continue to come from that storyline. When Charlotte Flair missed Smackdown a few weeks back during Alexa Bliss's United States title opportunity, leaving Alexa to get swarmed and attacked by 4 different women, we mentioned how that moment could start to take their friendship in a bad direction. And the January 16th edition of Smackdown continued that story and direction in a major way. Charlotte Flair returned and bumped into Alexa Bliss backstage. Charlotte was in her usual happy and giddy mood, but Alexa was serious and heated due to the events that happened to her the week before. Alexa explained how much the prior week sucked and how all things she had to deal with, such as a result of Charlotte leaving her all alone. So Alexa straight up asked Charlotte Flair if she was really sick or if she's lying about being sick. Charlotte Flair tells Alexa Bliss that it wasn't fake. She claims that she was really sick. Charlotte then tries to spin it on Alexa Bliss, saying that Alexa was the one who was having title opportunities without waiting for her to be there. Charlotte doubled down on making Alexa sound like the villain here by saying that she herself has given up so many title opportunities to put their team first. But when Alexa asked Charlotte to name some examples of times she's passed up title opportunities recently, Charlotte could not name a single one. Alexa and Charlotte asked each other if they got each other's back, and Charlotte apologizes and says she was sick. Nia Jax and Lash Legend enter the scene, and they do the same thing they did the week prior, of being the instigators and stirring more issues up. As a former close friend of Alexa, Nia Jax tried warning Charlotte Flair of how this was a typical move from Alexa Bliss. How Alexa makes people feel guilty and then tries walking away as if she's the victim. But Charlotte Flair does not accept a word Nia Jax and Lash Legend said and fully dismisses all their remarks before walking away herself. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss then went out for a tag team match against Julia and Kiana James. And despite all the rising tension and trust issues between Charlotte and Alexa, they still end up picking up the big win. The finish included Alexa Bliss saving Charlotte Flair while also picking up the big win for the team at the same time. Charlotte and Alexa will be back in the ring next week to take on the teams of Julia and Kiana James and Nia Jax and Lash Legend for a future shot at the women's tag team titles. It's technically not a number 1 contenders match since Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez are currently the number 1 contenders for the titles, but the winner of this SmackDown match would be the next in line behind Liv and Roxanne for a title opportunity. Given the growing issues with each other in recent weeks, can we really see Alexa and Charlotte win this title opportunity? Although it's possible for them to win, it sure does seem like the better outcome for the sake of their current story would be for Alexa and Charlotte to lose this matchup. Losing this big opportunity would grow the frustration amongst the team and could lead to them pointing fingers at each other for when it comes to who's to blame for the loss. With the women's tag team division being on fire right now with so many great teams, it does not look like Alexa and Charlotte have any shot of winning those titles back. Rhea and Io are the new champions, and when it's time to crown new champions again, they'll most likely pick another team to win the titles. Putting the titles back on Alexa and Charlotte is kind of like a big step backwards for their storyline with each other right now. They're planting new seeds of frustration, distrust, and disconnection between Alexa and Charlotte. So in order to keep the story going in that direction, Alexa and Charlotte do need to suffer some big-time losses. They can't win the tag team titles again because that basically implies that all is well with them, and they're connecting on every level, which we know is not the case at the current moment. Alexa and Charlotte already had their time on top of the division last summer, so now it appears that they're reaching that part of the story together that's just going to be full of a lot of unfortunate losses and blunders. It feels like they're definitely about to enter that era with each other. They got the big win over Julia and Kiana James, but it could potentially be downhill from here for the long-time tag team unit. The backstage conversation between Alexa and Charlotte was short and brief, but still very intriguing and full of so much material there to absorb and break down. What Alexa said is valid. She had this big opportunity for a singles title, and on the exact date of that big match, her tag team partner is suddenly calling out sick and leaving her to get beaten down. That makes Alexa seriously consider if Charlotte skipped the show only because she did not want to see Alexa shine and win singles gold. That's what Alexa's thinking right now. And what Charlotte Flair said in response to Alexa's questioning did come off sounding a bit manipulative, for sure. Charlotte pretty much implied that it was very selfish for Alexa to jump on a big singles opportunity the 1 week that Charlotte was sick and out of action. And the way Charlotte tried making Alexa feel even more guilty by saying that she has given up a big singles opportunity for the sake of excelling as a tag team and putting the team first. But like Alexa pointed out, Charlotte has not passed up any singles opportunities over the last few months. There just hasn't been any there at all over the last few months for her. They were never offered. So that's a little white lie there by Charlotte Flair for sure, because she hasn't had any big singles opportunities lately, but she never technically turned them down, so that was a little lie there. So now you got Alexa, as expected, looking a little side-eyed towards Charlotte Flair. Alexa's demeanor was definitely a little more serious on the January 16th edition of SmackDown, and you have to imagine that the entire Charlotte sickness excuse was the reason behind that. Charlotte wasn't that serious. She was mostly trying to be her normal self that we've seen over the last few months during this tag team run with Alexa. But even that is a bit suspicious right now, because is Charlotte being genuinely nice right now, or is she trying to cover up her tracks and get Alexa to put her guard down again? Because Alexa is very suspicious of Charlotte and is on high alert at the moment. So if Charlotte does have some hidden agenda and evil plan, Charlotte will have to be on her best behavior and wait until Alexa chills out again. What's also important to touch on is the comments that Nia Jax threw into the mix. Sure, heels lie, they instigate and try to control narratives, but there's some instances where they do speak facts, and Nia's remarks about Alexa is a little factual when you truly look at the backstory of Alexa's history. And Nia is speaking from experience. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss were the best of friends coming out of NXT and their call up to the main roster. They were a dominant duo that seemed unstoppable, and their close bond with each other was the backbone of their duo. But what happened to end that friendship? Alexa Bliss was caught completely trash-talking Nia Jax backstage on a hidden camera, confirming that she was just using Nia and took all those other personal jabs at Nia. And that led to a singles feud that saw Nia Jax work as a babyface against this evil backstabbing version of Alexa Bliss. Fast forward barely a year after that, and Alexa found a new friendship with Nikki Cross. But that was another questionable relationship, especially towards the start, where Alexa was clearly manipulating Nikki Cross, only using her. Fast forward again another 2 years after that, and Alexa's found a new close friend with Bray Wyatt. Bray opened up to Alexa, truly let her into his Firefly Funhouse, and gave up all of his deepest secrets to her. And Alexa backstabbed Bray Wyatt on the grand stage of WrestleMania and betrayed him as well. Can't forget late 2022, when Alexa also betrayed Bianca Belair after months of friendship as well. So when you look at the team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, everyone naturally gravitates towards Charlotte as being the potential evil betrayer, since she's done a lot of evil in recent memory. But the person we should actually be suspicious of and looking more at is Alexa Bliss. Charlotte has done a lot of evil over the years, but Alexa Bliss has brutally betrayed pretty much everyone she's got close to throughout her entire WWE career. She backstabbed Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, Bray Wyatt, Bianca Belair, and more. Everyone's eyes are locked on Charlotte Flair having this big evil plan here to back up the tag team. But is it Alexa that we should be keeping a closer eye on? But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.